Well, Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the New York Giants. It's an Indian summer afternoon, perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Saquon Barkley running right, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 4th down now after a loss of 2. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, where was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
And the Giants send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Check. Lucky.
This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1. Blue ready. Mark 54.
Jameis to throw it. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Marty, flag, 22, 3, 17. I got you, son. I got you.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man, he's got it. It's complete. And he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When he break a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
Barkley with a carry on 1st down, and he'll get about 4, so 2nd and 6 forthcoming. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. The 3rd down run gets him nothing.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case. Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start. That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. David. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Alec Ogletree. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you.
On 3rd down, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law. And it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 96 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top two options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pop.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Winston to throw it this time. That's caught by Howard. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And with the Buccaneers' new coaching staff, you have to figure they're going to want to use O.J. Howard a little bit more this season. 34 catches, 565 yards last year, but that was in only 10 games. 6'6", 251, and can run. Find a way to get him the ball as they just did there.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Here we go, team. Here I come. Hey, 2, 5.
On 1st and 10, Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. A nice little juke. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go.
A lot of people thinking that this could be a good year for Sterling Shepard to step out of the shadows of Odell Beckham Jr. But a season ago, pretty good for Sterling Shepard. 66 receptions, 872 yards, and now hoping for a 1,000-yard campaign in 2019. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Ready.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Jones to throw on second down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Carl Nassib. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken at the 46. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Ready. Blue ready. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Let's go.
Barber on first and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Jones. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good run that time. They couldn't close him down, and now 9 yards makes for a very different situation on fourth and goal. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
That's it, baby.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, boy. You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it. Let's go.
Now Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 99. Check 99. You draw forfeit.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 17 yards and a giant first down.
15 line. 15 line.
A first down carry for Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Set 50, plant. 54 miles.
They'll go to Barkley again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Set 30 base.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He'll get this out to Barkley complete, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
the Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
54. Mike 54. Man, let's get some penetration. Move. Some penetration.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Hey. You got three. Three down.
A 2nd down throw for Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a 1st down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hatch it. Flip it.
Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Go. 49, check 49.
They'll run on 1st down. Barber. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 9, Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain there of 30 big ones.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Buccaneers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Winston now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Forced out to his... Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off inside the 5.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Second and goal at the 13-yard line.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Here's Winston. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucks have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Complete to Evan Ingram.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. And this is Shepard on the catch. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Giants first down.
Jones now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Jones now, from the gun, he'll throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. Jones now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's good for 28 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Push him back.
Jameis to throw it. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. There he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Every time. Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 19. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Under 10, 10. Out. Slam. Ready.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A quick throw. Here's Shepard. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. And the pressure gets to him again. Jason Pierre-Paul picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Giants, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile,